to the conclusion, my phone is just not worth answering if it rings, because in this day and age, 2023, the only time my phone rings, it's gonna be a scammer. No one calls me. I only get text messages. I swear, the only time my phone rings, it's one of those scam callers. I don't know how to get rid of them, and it seems like they keep increasing in number. If you happen to pick up, they'll just like be there breathing, like this breathing noise. Update on the toothpaste I bought yesterday, the Paw Patrol. It's quite pleasant. I finished the Hello brand strawberry. If you're new here, I give this tip a fair amount. Flavorants in toothpaste, mint, cinnamon, that are really strong. The residue, if it's left behind on your lips or around your mouth, it can be pretty irritating. And for people with perioral dermatitis, it actually can be an aggravating factor for sure. So it's prudent to consider a trial of switching from a mint or cinnamon flavor to a more fruity flavor, which tends to be the kids' one. This flavor is nice. It's sort of a tropical bubblegum flavor. Knock on wood, this hasn't happened to me in a few years, but for a while there, around time for filing your taxes, you'd get these spam callers that would be pretending to be the IRS and saying that like you owed the IRS $10,000 in back taxes, and you're like, what? Which, the IRS wants money for you, trust me, they're not gonna call you on the phone. This Madagascar Centella Hyaluronica Blue Serum that I got in one of my Korean advent calendars, I have been experimenting with it off and on. I actually have found I rather enjoy it. It's a centella and hyaluronic acid, I guess lightweight serum, but it's really thin, so it layers underneath like sunscreen well, but I find using it leaves my skin feeling soft. It does have like this fruity grape odor. So I've been wearing the medium shade of the Neutrogena Mineral UV Tint Face Liquid, the Pure Screen Plus. Today I'm going to do the light shade, just to change it up, that way I don't make sure I make my way through all of them. The light shade has much more of a peachy undertone to it. That was a big blob there. I just love these sunscreen formulas. See, even the light shade doesn't, on me, doesn't leave any cast. Time to crack into a new bag of 3-peckered billy goat. I hope iHerb doesn't discontinue this. Sometimes they do. You know, they'll stop carrying something that I like. I hate it when they do that. Oh, if they do, I may just have to move to Alaska so I can get it. I've never been to Alaska. I would love to visit, although I don't think I would like to live in Alaska because I'm not a fan of dealing with the cold weather. Alright, time to fire up the new candle I got the other weekend. Trim the wicks. Ooh, that flew off the handle. Quite literally. Very sweet. Is it just me, or is January a pokey month? The days fly by because the daylight hours are short, but the month crawls by. It's like the slowest month. Comment below if you've ever heard of or deal with chilblains. It's common actually in the UK. Cold drafts can trigger this itchy little redness on the hands and feet. But it's interesting, you know, the problem is something to do with the blood vessels just not adapting properly to transitions from cold to warm. And the key with this condition is to not rapidly rewarm your hands. Try to, basically, to prevent it, you have to try and keep your hands warm with gloves. That's key. But if you do expose them to the chill, the damp cold, it's the damp cold too. I don't know what it is about that is especially noteworthy. But you need to be really slow with rewarming, because rapid rewarming triggers it to be even more aggravated, and it can be really itchy. For some people, they actually need to go on a blood pressure medication to help control it. Now, if you have this and you smoke, well, I mean, regardless of if you have it or not, you've got to stop smoking. But it's really bad if you smoke, because it, you know, smoking impairs blood vessel function, and that's really an issue with what causes chilblains to begin with. But regardless, you got to keep your hands protected from cold, drafty winds by wearing gloves. I came over here to Big Lots. What was it, last weekend I was telling you guys how I always have to resist the urge to get water bottles, and my go-to water bottle that I find myself drinking out of the most are the Nalgene ones. But I see these, I see Hydro Jug all over the place. Here, Big Lots has this knockoff Aqua Jug, but I heard the Hydro Jug leaks a lot. Let me know if you use one. I like the handle, but I don't know. Like I said, I love my Nalgene. Ooh, Mrs. Meyer's $5.99 for the counter spray. I go back and forth. I have a love-hate relationship with Mrs. Meyer's and her spray, because I get envious of all the new scents and want to try them out. And I do like the way that it leaves the countertops looking, but I don't really feel confident that it is much in the way of a cleaning product. I don't feel confident that it cleans out well. Like, if you have a sticky residue, this is not as good as others that I've tried. Ooh, this is a good deal on one of these. I could use this for my outdoor little patio area to wipe off all the dust and leaves. Little Star Wars lamp. That's cute. This is a great place to get home decor stuff. Although I don't really like things like this. I mean, I like them, they're cute, but I don't want to be moving them around and dusting them every 5 minutes. I thought those were real boots, but it's like a, I don't know, planter. They've got summer outdoor dining stuff out already. These are cute, although I don't like circle placemats for my countertop, because they just end up being kind of awkward there. They have Christmas stuff, probably mega on clearance. Do a gingerbread house for fun. Why not? Decorative garland. Oh, this is cute. Ice cube trays of the lamp from A Christmas Story. Now, honestly, you could just get some candy canes and crush them up, although $1.25 is a pretty good steal for that. Sprinkles. Those don't go bad, do they? I can't imagine they did. Ah, the spring and Valentine stuff. Let's see if they have any cute placemats. I got my Christmas placemats here, and I was happy with them. It's not really my vibe, though. Hello, spring. Aww. Little stuffies. Cute. Easter decor. I've heard the price of eggs has gotten ridiculous. I have to dye potatoes. Play sand. That looks like fun. Peeps play sand. Non-edible. $20 says a small child will attempt to eat that. How cute is this? A little Halloween scrub daddy. So cute. Hey, they have my mandarin slices here. I love these. They're really good. They're good. You could put them in water, to infuse the water with citrus flavor. They're really good. You can put them in water or tea, or I just eat them. They're tasty. They have a nice crunch to them. I'm here at Walmart, and wouldn't you know it, yesterday I was in Target looking for the Milani tubing mascara and gave up and bought another Milani mascara. And it looks like Walmart has it, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this. Why not? Last weekend I was complaining about how sports bras have gotten so expensive, but these Avia ones, well, not this particular style, but the Avia brand, they're actually really good. This one's 16 bucks, that's not too bad, and then this one is $12.98. They hold up really well, except eventually they do get pilly. At least the one I have. I have two of an older style that doesn't appear to be available. Ooh, what's this over here? Reebok. Well, hey guys, really up close. I am back. I just filmed a video for you all, and I wanted to show you, I did try out the new tubing mascara from Milani. Good God. My brain gets a little underdone when I talk to the camera for too long. Anyway, I tried out the new Milani tubing mascara that I purchased this morning at good old Wally World. And what is a tubing mascara? I don't know the technical definition of a tubing mascara, but essentially what it is a type of mascara where it deposits on the lashes, almost like a tube around the lash. In my experience, tubing mascaras, I prefer to traditional mascaras because I think they give a much more elongated look and they give a fuller lash. So I love them. I also love them because when you go to remove them at the end of the day, it comes off as these little tubes. So you guys know I do the double cleanse. I use an oil-based cleanser over my lashes. And then when you get in the shower, I mean, these little tubes come right off. So there's no under eye smudging or anything of that sort. It comes off a lot easier. And my favorite tubing mascara has always been that Thrive Cosmetics one. But it's hard to come by, that mascara. They used to sell it at Ulta, and I haven't used it in a long time because I just, you know, I like to try out new mascaras all the time. So I tried out the Milani one, and it, you know, first impression, it does give a nice elongating and thick lash, but it's not as elongating on my first impression, in my opinion, as the Thrive Cosmetics one, but it's pretty good and a lot more accessible in that you could just walk into Walmart and get it. So yeah, I like this one, and yesterday I wore the Gravity Defining one, and I really liked that one too. So these are pretty good. You know, Milani, I know they have a blush that is supposed to be kind of like the NARS blush. So far, so good. Something that's important to remember about vitamin D synthesis in your skin is that with age, as the skin thins, the amount of enzyme machinery to make vitamin D from UV rays also declines. It's something that, you know, people who talk about vitamin D being the sunshine vitamin, which yes, your skin does utilize UVB, not all the rays from the sun, UVB specifically, to produce vitamin D, that will decline as the skin thins with age. For example, when you're in your 60s, your skin's not going to make vitamin D to the same extent as it did when you were in your 20s or 30s. It's just not happening. When we're talking about skin synthesis of vitamin D, there are a lot of things going on. This Hatamuji skin conditioning gel I have rather been enjoying. I just put on my May Love Fade Away Brightening Serum, which has kojic acid in it, as well as some botanic extracts that act, in theory, to chelate metals from the surface of the skin that catalyze reactions that lead to hydroxyl radicals upon exposure to pollution, infrared radiation, heat, environmental stressors. Speaking of heat, be careful with those heating pads. You can develop something called erythema ab igni. It's basically heat damage to the underlying supportive framework of the skin, and it is this kind of net-like pattern of discoloration. And there's not much to correct that once that happens. Coming in with the Cetaphil Restoraderm Flare Up Relief Cream. My one gripe with this is I almost wish it would come in, I wish it would come in a tub, because the tube, I feel like, Eucerin has these tubes too. All right, I am all dressed for the evening in my PJs. Comment below, do you like sleeping in a nightshirt, or do you like sleeping in like a short set or like sleep pants? Let me know. I don't know, I'm curious to know what you guys sleep in. Nosy. Or do you sleep in the buff? Some people do that. I could never do that. TMI, but I don't know. I just could not sleep naked. That would, because I would think like, what if the fire alarm or something went off, and I don't know. I just could not sleep naked. Likewise, I know a lot of people prefer to go commando without underwear. I could not do that either. I'm surprised I don't really wear bodysuits that much. I don't know. I'm always kind of freaked out by the snap of a bodysuit. I feel like what is the point of that? I don't get why that's necessary. As somebody who wore leotards all the time, like, what is the point of the crotch snap with the bodysuit? I guess people don't want to like pull the top down when they go to the bathroom, but I feel like it's a lot faster than dealing with those weird snaps. What do you guys think? I don't know. I don't really do bodysuits though, as I mentioned, because I don't know why. I should. The nice thing about a bodysuit, or my impression, is that you don't have to like go back and forth between tuck it in, is it tucked in, is it all lumpy, bumpy, like do I leave it out? It's already done for you. It takes some of the guesswork out of it. You know who makes nice looking bodysuits? Is Abercrombie. They always have nice looking bodysuits. Like they appear to be very flattering and whatnot. I know they're popular these days. Like, what is it? Skims, Kim Kardashian's bodysuit line. But I don't know. I don't want, like, I feel like if I'm going to wear a bodysuit, I either want it to be black or like a bold color. I don't want it to be like flesh colored. I don't know. I don't care for that look of the neutral bodysuit. It just doesn't look right on me. Depending on your skin tone and everything, I'm sure you can pull it off, but for me it's just like, I think it would look odd. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Have you tried Skims clothing, underwear? It's like loungewear too. Is it any good? I haven't, disclosure, I haven't even gone on their website or anything, so I'm guessing it's probably expensive. Let me know. What was it? Like back in the late 90s, early 2000s, Victoria's Secret was on their A game. Why have they just declined? I know there's like controversy, but I'm not familiar with what it is regarding Victoria's Secret. But I used to buy my underwear there because you could get 5 pairs of underwear for $25, and then you get a 20% off coupon. And like, that's where I would go to get my underwear. Wow, again, I'm sharing way too much, like where about my underwear. But now I buy my underwear at Costco because they have the Felina underwear, which lasts a really long time. Those Felina underwear, at least for me. Don't buy the Carol Hockman underwear though. As a side note, at Costco, I love Carol Hockman, like the robes, the pajamas are like super silky and smooth that you can get at Costco, but don't buy the Carol Hockman underwear, I'm telling you. Because at least in my experience, and I've given Carol's underwear 2 tries, there's something about that material that maybe it's just I am too hard on it with my laundering practices, but it starts to like unravel and you get this like little string, and then next thing you know, it's pulling out the material. Annoying. And it didn't take long for that to happen both times I purchased those, so that's a no-go. But yeah, I buy my underwear at Costco these days because I don't know of any like underwear companies that are not exorbitantly overpriced, and the Costco ones are always such a good deal, and then they'll go on sale. So yeah, that's where I buy my underwear. Let me know in the comments though, do you go commando? Power to you. Although be careful. Oh, before I close this out, I got to remind you of a story. If you missed this vlog, then you need to hear this story. When I was coming back from, was it when I was coming back from the Paris trip, or one of the trips that I took last year, walking to the baggage claim, and there was this gal running off the plane to make her connecting flight, and she had elected that day to go commando and wear a skirt, which that is a huge risk to take. I'm sorry. I don't care what your preference is. Wearing a skirt with no underwear on an airplane, I mean, what were you thinking? Well, she got up from her seat in the airplane really in a hurry, I'm assuming, knowing that she had to make her flight, she got up from her seat on the airplane, I guess really fast, pulled her backpack up and started booking it. Well, the skirt got caught up in her backpack and she flashed the entire airport. She was running through the airport, her rear end exposed to everyone, her lady bits exposed to everyone. I mean, like, do you not feel a draft, girl? I mean, yeah, and people were staring and trying to stop her, but she was like laser focused on making it to her gate. Although, you know, I'm telling this story as though this is actually what had happened, that, you know, she was trying to make her gate. But what if she was just a flasher? What if she was just streaking? I suppose that's a possibility. I didn't even consider that. If you go commando, use common sense. Don't go commando on an airplane with a skirt on. I mean, what are you doing? Anyway, all that underwear talk aside, I'm gonna wrap this vlog up. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you're having a great weekend. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.